Good morning, SimOnTrains here. You join me about a wet and windy Rugeley Trent Valley railway station. Now hopefully the wind should be with us, but the rain should be going away pretty soon. Hope everyone's okay after Storm Dudley, Eunice and Franklin, because those were very nasty storms indeed. And I hope everyone is safe from those storms. Well, I'm not here to talk about storms today, because we're here to talk about the Cross City line, because that's where I'm going today. The Cross City line section that I'll be travelling on was built in 1862 by the London North Western Railway. So we are visiting 4 railway stations today, but these are going to be completely brand new stations I never filmed at today. Thanks to Google Maps, a map of the northern end of the Cross City line is on screen now. And just a quick map segment to show the contents of today's video and a little history of the line. It was built in 4 stages between Dudleston and Lichfield Trent Valley. Dudleston to Aston is the first stage to be built in 1837 by the Grand Junction Railway. Dudleston was named Boxall at the time before they extended to Curzon Street. The South Staffordshire Railway built a line between Wychnor Junction and Walsall, which at Lichfield Trent Valley and Lichfield City was built on. And this line, which goes by Hammerwich, was built between 1847 to 1849. The next stage is where I'll be focusing on today's video between Aston and Sutton Coldfield. This was opened in 1862 by the London and North Western Railway. And the final section to be built is the line that I'm travelling down to the 1862 section between Sutton Coldfield and Lichfield City, which was built in 1884. And that is how the northern section of the Cross City line came together. We're also on the Cross City line because we're going to be playing a bit of Soho Bingo. And Soho Bingo is the 323s have recently been named after places on the Cross City line. So we're going to be seeing a few of them today that are recently named. And also, CrossCountry Trains are diverting on the Cross City line. I always say the best time to do the Cross City line is when the CrossCountry Trains are diverting, and that's what they're doing today. So we are waiting for the 10:05 London North Western Railway service to take us to Lichfield, Trent Valley. There's a cross-country train just passing us right now. I think that's going towards Bristol or Plymouth. But just know we love the Class 323s indeed. Now, I did have a plan to go straight to Gradley Hill on this train. But what I've noticed is between Gradley Hill and Wylde Green, there's nowhere to eat, to get some food. So I'm going to put my plan back by half an hour, get off the Lichfield City station just to go to Greggs or so out to get some food. And I'm going to jump back on the train half an hour later to get to Gradley Hill. Now, even though I'm going to be half an hour late on the plan that I have planned out, when I get to Sutton Coldfield, I'm going to be back on track because I do actually have a half an hour wait at Sutton Coldfield to make this plan, get back on track, and then should be back at Lichfield Trent Valley, back on track. So we should be leaving now to head to Lichfield City Station. So I've now got some food. We've actually got a load of Greggs right here. We've got actually coffee I picked up from McDonald's, and we also got Carol over here as well. Hi Carol. So let's go to the Gradley Hill station. So where I'm currently at is the first station out of 4 I shall be filming today. This is Gravelly Hill Railway Station. The other stations we will be filming at will be Erdington, Chester Road and Wylde Green. Gravelly Hill Railway Station was opened on the 2nd of June 1862 by the London and North Western Railway. The original feature at this station is actually on the Birmingham bound platform, because it actually has a 2-storey building here, and that is the booking office, which is still intact from the original railway station. The 3-letter station code for Gravelly Hill is GVH. Coming down the Cross City line in a second is 1V52. It's a HST going from Edinburgh Waverley to Plymouth, and that should be coming through Gravelly Hill Railway Station right now. So, as I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm actually playing Soho Bingo because the 323s are starting to be named after places on the Cross City line. I have seen 3 of them already. 323210 Shenstone, 323213 Sutton Coldfield, and 323242 Alberchurch. And yes, I know some people are thinking, well, it's going to be a complete waste of time since it's going to be transferred to Northern soon because of the Class 730s arriving on the Cross City line, but it's a nice touch to honour the 323s who have worked this line since the early 90s. So there goes 323214, which is named Wylde Green. And the back unit doesn't have a name on it, I don't think. So what do I think of Gravelly Hill Railway Station? Because this is my first time being at this location, and it is a lovely station actually. It is good to film trains here. However though, before we move on to our next station, Erdington, we do actually have one cross-country train to pass through. 1S43, which is the Bristol Temple Meads to Aberdeen service, which is formed of 4 coaches. It's going to be windy today folks, so if you can't hear me I'll try and put subtitles on if I can't hear myself when editing this video. But this is our second location out for today we're at. This is Erdington Station, and this also opened on the 2nd of June 1862. Now there is two things about Erdington I want to mention here, because located on the street level, the road bridge looking up at the railway line has the initials LMS on it, and that's the old London Midland and Scottish Railway. There's also a sculpture here by Robert Ray called Insect and Celtic Cross. The three-letter station code at Erdington is ERD, and we're also going to be here filming some more Class 323 electric multiple units and some cross-country trains that are diverting through this location. One of the things I did not predict today was the sun, because I'm actually on the wrong side with the sun as well. If we're keeping tabs on the Soho bingo, we saw 323218 Lichfield City, 323207 Bourneville and 323222 Redditch. Another thing to point out as well is that I'm at the end of the platform here, looking towards Sutton Coldfield. Now if I turn the camera here, you can just see how massively the platforms are in length here at Erdington. A 6-coach Class 323 can fit here easily. You might be able to get a 9-coach Class 323 here as well. But I think you could fit a 7-coach HST at Erdington, no problems at all. The platforms are just so long. So I'm going to have to be at this 3-car board because our next train is actually only 3 coaches. And it's going to take us to Chester Road station. So it's going to arrive now, pick us up and take us to Chester Road. So I'm now at station number 3 out of 4 we are visiting today. This is Chester Road station. Now Chester Road was an old late addition to the 1862 route when the line was open to Sutton Coldfield, because this station was added on the 1st December 1863. Now the original waiting room at Chester Road was dismantled during the cross-city electrification and is now preserved at the Battlefield line at Market Bosworth on the Heritage Railway. And the 3-letter station code for Chester Road is CRD. Now I've got a question to ask you. Well, it's asking myself as well. Simon, why am I doing Chester Road station on the inner curve? Because I don't like being on the inner curve. Unfortunately, I don't really have no choice on that one because there is an exit on the outer curve just where I'm at now, and down there is the station building of Chester Road station, so it's a bit of a unfortunately I have to do it on the inner curve. through here this morning to Gravelly Hill, it was actually a little busier at Chester Road station. Now it's just dead quiet, and it's nearly 2:30 in the afternoon, and we are catching the 2:30 service to Wylde Green, which is our last location I shall be filming today, and this is the station before Sutton Coldfield as well, and hopefully we should get another HST through there as well. So it should be arriving now to pick us up to Wylde Green. There is a worse station that I actually don't like, and Wylde Green is actually one of them, to be honest with you. Because it's actually got 4 exits. It's got 2 exits down the bottom here, which takes you down a path onto that bridge behind me there. And behind me here is the actual station itself, but there's exits down the bottom there as well. So it's actually got 4 exits at this railway station. But Wylde Green Station was also opened on the 2nd of April 1862. By the London North Western Railway when they extended the line from Aston to Sutton Coldfield. Now when we were at Chester Road is actually more closer to Wylde Green Shopping Centre than this station is right here. But honestly, like I said, I actually don't like this station straight away, but we'll give it a go because it's a new station to try. Well, that was lovely to see a Class 43 HST through Wylde Green. But we will be leaving this station shortly because we're going to catch the 15:33 West Midlands Railway service to Four Oaks. Now, instead of going to Four Oaks, because that train will terminate at Four Oaks and I have to go over the bridge to catch a train, I'm actually going to get off at Sutton Coldfield station. And then I'm going to be on the 15:44 West Midlands Railway service to Lichfield Trent Valley. And to be honest with you, my plan was to leave Sutton Coldfield at 15:44. So as soon as I leave Sutton Coldfield, I'm back on my plan. That's why I could afford that half an hour to go get some food at Lichfield City. So our train's going to come now to take us to Sutton Coldfield. I'm going to change at Sutton Coldfield and then get to Lichfield Trent Valley to start making way back home. So I made it back to Lichfield Trent Valley station. We're actually on the low level of Lichfield Trent Valley, but I think this is also one of the very few stations that has got a London North Western Railway side and a West Midlands Railway side as well. I don't know if there's any more stations that are like that with the same name on it, because on the high level there's a Lichfield Trent Valley West Midlands Railway side, and here is a London North Western Railway side. It's one of those things that interest me. But anyway, we are waiting for the 1617 London North Western Railway service to take us back to Rugeley Trent Valley. Should be arriving now to pick us up, and then it's only like a 7-minute journey to Rugeley. So I'm now back at Rugeley Trent Valley Railway Station. Yes, you did see a Class 730 EMU departing Rugeley Trent Valley Station. Those are the units that shall be replacing the Class 323s on the Cross City line, which is where we went to today. And honestly, it has really been a good day on the Cross City line. There's been no major delays, no cancellations on that line. It actually went well, to be honest, like it did on the Snow Hill lines when I did that. We did see plenty of Class 323s, and if you cashed up with the Soho bingo, I'm going to be listing it all right now on screen so you can see which ones I saw today on the Cross City line. We plenty of CrossCountry Trains running as well today. We saw 2 Class 43 HSTs, one at Gravelly Hill, one at Wylde Green, and we've seen plenty of Voyagers and Super Voyagers as well. It has really been a good day on the Cross City line actually. I can't really say anything bad that happened, to be honest. Was ready to begin with, but now look at it, it's nice and sunny. Okay, yes, we've still got the wind, but at least the wind is not as bad as it was over the weekend with the storms. If you want to watch another Cross City video when I went from Lichfield to Four Oaks, it's going to be listed right now. Feel free to do the usual YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, comment down below. I've been SimOnTrains. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you for the railway journey pretty soon.